Hey, I'm Echo, and today I am just gonna take you on a little walk with me uh, through a little bit of the game peak. Um, you'll notice it's a little bit buggy for me. I don't know if there's a lot I don't know about that. If it's just sort of inherent to the new update, or if it's because I've attempted to mod the game. Um, it was not a very successful modding of the game. If I did attempt to mod it to for some particular biomes, try and get a nice run today. That didn't quite work. So this is gonna be a short little jaunt through the shore. And while I do that, um, I just want to talk a bit about the experience of a game developing in a direction that is not the direction you thought it was going in, I suppose. And that might not even be the right way to put it. And I will also say, this is all kind of just my personal opinion. I understand that, like, a lot of people really love the way Peak is developing, and obviously, Aggro Crab and Landfall, they are, more than welcome to make the game they want. This was, often considered a cheap game, and I suppose I did get, the amount of enjoyment out of it that I would hope for, I think it was like $8 when I bought it. Um, so like this is maybe going to sound kind of negative, but this is just kind of where I'm at with this game, and I'm curious, I guess, what others think, but only if you're gonna be cool about it, okay? Let's be considerate scouts out here. Not to say you have to agree with me, but let's just be chill. And I'm just interested to know if anyone else has been thinking about this the way I have. So, there was some playing on Tenderfoot, and that's actually like a pretty big factor in how I'm feeling about the game, because I'm not ashamed to say it, I kind of exclusively play Tenderfoot. I've got about 30 hours in the game, and the majority of those hours were played prior to the Mesa and Roots updates. And what I loved about Peak in those early days before those two big content updates is I really loved, I guess, what people refer to as like the friend slop genre of games, which I know is not like a endearing term, but sort of this wave of cooperative multiplayer proximity chat. That's like a really compelling form of game for me, because I have a lot of long distance online friends, and these sorts of games allow us to really simulate spending time together in an interesting way. And what I liked about Peak specifically was that compared to all of others in this category, it was way more relaxed. So in like Repo, Phasmo, what else? Lethal Company. I'm sure there's others, but in most of those games, you are dealing with sort of aggressive threats or like very mobile dangers. And I actually really love Repo a whole lot. I enjoy playing it, but um, it also was at times pretty stressful for me. I'm pretty stressed in life these days and at my job. And so sometimes when I wanted to have that kind of co-op experience with my friends, just Repo wasn't going to be the best fit for that moment, because I needed something that was a little bit more relaxed. And what I really loved about Pete was, even on like some of the higher ascents, like the sort of the normal to mid-range, um, it was still very like environmental and resource management, but especially Tenderfoot, which is where I played most of my hours. There's nothing rushing us. We could take our time, have just like a fun team building experience, feed each other thick vents, occasionally slip on a jellyfish or explode a fungus and have to carry each other up the mountain a little bit. But all of the threats, generally speaking, were very static and nothing was chasing us. Like we didn't have the fog on because we were playing Tenderfoot, and we could explore and enjoy the climb. And with these more recent updates, there are a lot more things coming to get you. So on the mesa, it's tumbleweeds, tornadoes, scorpions, to some extent dynamite. And, I gave it a shot. Like, I didn't want to be one of those people that, like, well, this is not exactly my favorite thing on its space, so I'm not even gonna give it a shot. Like, we tried playing. I tried playing, the Mesa, but very quickly, it just felt stressful, in a way that other biomes didn't. And, um, so I fell off of playing. Um, I did attempt some modding, and much like you're seeing here, it was not very successful. Like I've tried the mods that force particular biomes. I've never gotten them to work. I've tried mods that like help you customize events, what might come up and cause trouble for you, and those don't seem to work for me either. I've tried troubleshooting, etc. It's probably just like a me problem, but the fact is it's the modding has not been a solution for me, unfortunately. Um, Roots update comes out, and that biome and sort of the problems I was having with Mesa are kind of even worse. Zombies, beetles, um, spiders are like, but okay. Um, there's, it's really the zombies and beetles for me because those are mobile. They follow you. They chase you. They're coming after you. That's not really what I was looking for. And the thing about it is there's nothing in the game that lets you tune back down to what our original experience of the game was, where, shore, tropics, alpine, caldera, kiln, all those original biomes had their challenges, and had an interesting character to them, and I certainly there are legitimate things to critique, but there was nothing chasing you. uh, Nothing you had to keep your head on a swivel for. You just made your way up. And there's like really no functional way to do that because, so even on Tenderfoot, like they did remove the zombies from Tenderfoot on the newest update, but there's still the beetles. And I also don't know that that's exactly the right way to fix that problem because there are other people who like Tenderfoot for separate reasons than me. Like I think there are a variety of very legitimate, fun ways to play the game. And for some people, what's fun is the chaos and the hijinks and watching your friend get chased by something. And I don't want to take that away from everyone. And I also love that, like, the devs seem to be having fun. It's just hard for me because, back before the new biomes, I played this game daily. I would wrap up my work day and I would take a climb up the mountain, whether that was by myself or with friends, and it was always just like a really lovely, meditative, cooperative experience. And that's just not in the game anymore. Um, And, seeing these two biome releases back to back, it seems clear that whatever updates the devs are going to do, they seem to be leaning more into this maximalist, chaotic thing. And that's fine. They have every right to do that, but it's just, I guess for me, it's just a little sad. Is all I'm saying. I feel like I was really enjoying this game, and then it just changed in a way that now it's no longer for me, and that's kind of a hard experience to have. 30 hours into enjoying a game. um, so yeah, that's all. Again, don't want to harsh anyone's vibe or, take away features that people love. I just kind of wish that there were options that, um, kind of allowed for that other more relaxed style of play. Um, so yeah, that's all. Let me know what you think, and have a safe climb.